All right, here we go, another daily mobility. Today we're focusing on hips, and specifically we're gonna get into abduction and adduction. And if you've ever experienced anything like an adductor strain before, you're gonna know how frustrating it can be to rehab that. So today we're gonna try and do the prehab, so hopefully you never have to do the rehab. And by the way, most of us spend so much time in this plane of motion, very little time in this plane of motion. Today, we're gonna change that up. But first, let's start doing some hip cars so we see how the hips are actually moving. Then we're gonna get into some end range work. We're gonna get into some active end range work, maybe even some isometric and eccentric loading. You ready? In terms of equipment, I've got a couple blocks here, a plate weight, and a slider, but you may not need any of that stuff if you've got the right surface of a floor. Just socks might be enough, and you can substitute anything for those blocks. Ready? Let's get started. Find something that you can hang on to for a little bit of balance. I want you to create rigidity in the body, create a little bit of tension, and I do that by taking a deep inhale. On the exhale, I'm gonna flex the abs just like someone's gonna punch me in the stomach. I'm gonna squeeze this fist, the leg that's furthest away from the implement that you're hanging on to. Let's abduct that away from the body, squeeze right here. Use the hip to rotate the toe to the ceiling. Then we're gonna use the adductors, the inside of the thigh, to bring that across the body as far as you can go. When you get stuck here, let's bend this knee and bring this heel to the opposite armpit. Fight for height, lots of compression in the hip. Even more as we come into triple flexion, we're gonna keep the heel under the knee and we're gonna send that out to the side. When we get stuck here, try not to drop the knee, but try and rotate up. And now squeeze everything, big circle. Eventually the knees meet. Pause here. Straight up and back into hip extension. Squeeze the glute and the hamstrings. Then we go out to the side. And then knee goes up and back as heel comes underneath. Come across back into that triple flexion position. Keep the knee there. Rotate the heel up and control on the way down. One more pass, fight for a little more range. Remember, we're trying to trace the outer edge of what the hip is capable of here. Ready? Here we go. Abduct, rotate, adduct, heel to opposite armpit as we rotate and compress, even more compression. Then we send that out to the side, everything else faces forward. See if you can get a little cramp going here as you rotate up. Big circle, squeeze all the way around. Knees meet. Straight up and back, open to the side. Knee goes up and back, heel comes underneath, come across into triple flexion, rotate up, and control on the way down. Let's go to the other side, same thing. Ready? Try and keep your pelvis level as we open up the leg to the side, squeeze here. Use the hip to rotate the toe to the ceiling, then come across midline. Squeeze as you come up, compress in the hip, even more compression, triple flexion. We open to the side, everything else faces forward. Try not to drop the knee as you rotate the heel up, and then squeeze all the way around. Keep the ribs tucked, flat back, knees meet, and we go straight up and back. Open to the side. Good, knee goes up and back, heel comes underneath, come across. Freeze here, rotate up, and control on the way down. One more time, starting to get warmed up now. Here we go, open. Rotate, come across, bend the knee, heel under the knee, open to the side, everything else facing forward. Rotate the heel up in line with the knee, squeeze the glutes and hamstrings all the way around, knees meet. Straight up and back, open to the side. Knee goes up and back as heel comes underneath, come across. Rotate that heel up to the opposite armpit and control all the way down. Whew, that one gets spicy when you're trying to trace the outer edges of what the hip's capable of. We can put that away. The other thing is we want to make sure that we've got something soft because we are going to get down on the ground and we're going to use a position called frog stretch as our base position. In this position, I want to have, if you're looking at me from the side, I want my hips and knees in line. My knees roughly at a 90-degree bend. I'm gonna wiggle myself into a deep stretched position so I feel the lengthening of the tissue on the inner thighs. And the other thing I want you to focus on is tipping the pelvis forward. So if you imagine your pelvis like a bucket of water, we're pouring the water out the front. And if you can, I want the heels flat on the floor, toes pointing away. And from here, we can scan the zone a little bit. We can just gently rock back and forth to find that deep stretched position. And guess what? We're going to hang out here for 2 minutes. Clock's on. While we're in this stretched position, you may feel the bunching up and cramping here or the stretch here. I'm trying to use my breath to calm the system down. So I'm going to work through some cyclical breathing patterns, nice deep inhales through the nose, long, gentle exhales through the mouth, and I'm going to try and relax into my deepest stretched position. With each breath, I'm trying to inhale into the upper chest, upper back. I'm trying to expand the rib cage, and I'm exhaling to shrink the ribs until I exhale until I feel my obliques or my side abdominals kick in a little bit. But I'm not forcing anything. I'm just trying to make my exhales longer than my inhales. As the stretch starts to dissipate, I can just wiggle my way into a deeper position, but just stay safe, especially if this is your first time doing this drill. Once the 2 minutes is done, we got about 1 minute to go here, I'm going to do 3 rounds of contractions. We're going to do the first contraction. I'm going to squeeze my inner thighs to press my knees down and in. And the way to think about this is if I was on ice, that my knees would come together. But because of the friction of the floor, I'm not going to go anywhere. And that way, we're doing what's called an isometric contraction. We're contracting, but there's no change in length of the muscle. The second contraction, I'm going to use the outside of the hips to push the knees further apart. See if I can get a little deeper into that stretch. We got about 30 seconds left. Nice deep inhales. Long, gentle exhales. Settling into a nice deep stretched position. Good. You can scan the zone a little bit. Just don't get too aggressive. And what I mean by scanning the zone is I'm gently rocking back and forth to find where I can get deepest into that stretch. Last deep breath in. Nice long exhale. And gently, wherever you feel that stretch, I'm going to use that tissue and start to press down just 10%. Then 20, then 30, 40%, and hold here. Keep holding consistent pressure, 40%. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ramp down. Opposite, squeeze to push the knees further apart and hold here. Good. Keep reaching. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax. If you felt safe and pain-free there, we're going to ramp that up a little bit this time. Ready? Let's start to squeeze and press 25% this time. Then go 50. The whole body gets involved. 75%. Push. Good. Keep pushing. Don't ease up. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ramp down. Opposite. Push the knees apart. Keep pushing, keep pushing, keep pushing. Yep. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Relax. We're going to do one more. This is it. You only need to do this once if you do it well. Ready? Let's start to squeeze. 25. Whole body gets involved. 50. 75. I need you to press as hard as you can for 10. 9. Don't ease up. Keep pressing. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ramp down and push. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Relax. Stay there. Deep breath. Long exhale. And we're going to slowly, very gently rock back and forth. Just a few times, not too aggressively. Good. And slowly, let's come out of that position. Whew. Sweating already. Nicely done. Okay, we'll do a little bit of a piriformis stretch here. So what I want you to do is let's take that left leg, place it along the ground, and if you can, reach that right leg over top. So left leg down, right foot over top, and then I'm going to take my left elbow, place it along the right knee. I'm gonna straighten my spine nice and tall and pull my leg into my torso while I'm reaching my right butt cheek to the ground. And you should hopefully feel a nice stretch coming across that outer hip capsule here into the back pocket area. And we're just gonna hang out here for about 30 seconds. Good. And just breathe. Nice deep inhales. Make sure your exhales are longer than your inhales. Nice release after all that work that we did. If you're doing this with the right intention and intensity, we only did 3 contractions, but that's enough to send the signal for change at the tissue. There's no need to needlessly beat up on that tissue. Let's go to the other side. And by the way, the more you do this, the more you develop the skill. We call this the skill of strength training, which means you can enter and exit these positions quicker and feel where you want it to feel sooner. And you just get better and better results over time. Good, nice and tall. Pulling that left leg towards the torso and thigh, feeling that stretch as I reach my left butt cheek towards the ground. A couple more deep breaths. Nice long exhales. Good. Slowly come out of that position. All right, so we took you into your passive range and we did some isometric contractions. Now, let's work through our active ranges. And one of the ways that I like to do that with abduction, which is taking the leg away from midline, that's the way I remember it, is we'll start in this quadruped position, hands under shoulders, knees under hips, and I'm gonna straighten my one leg out. And I wanna try and flatten out my back, and I'm gonna pretend that I have a glass of water on my back. Now, we're only gonna do 5 reps here, 5-second holds. And what I'm thinking about is reaching, I've got my left leg out, I'm thinking about reaching my left hip to the ground to keep my back flat as I use the outer hip to try and raise my leg up. What I'm not doing is using my spine to do this, okay? I want all the work to be done right here, the abductors of the hip. Ready? Press the ground away, reach that left hip down, and let's raise that leg up. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Woo, spicy. Here we go. Up. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And again, up. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 2 more. Lift. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Last one. Last chance. Up and hold. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Whew. Those are tough. Again, if you're doing that well and being very disciplined, then we're going to get a much better result, in my opinion, from this movement. And if you're doing this well, it should feel like, you should feel 2 things. You should feel like that hip wants to cramp, and you should feel that deep in your soul. It's one of those movements. It's not very flashy, but man, is it tough if you do it well. Ready? Other side. Let's flatten out that back. So I'm going to reach that leg away. I'm going to reach the right hip to the ground as that right leg comes up. Ready? And lift. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. And lift. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And again, lift. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Last 2. Ready? Lift. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Last one. Up. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Beautiful. If you want to make this even more challenging, grab a set of ankle weights and throw those on. But I'm telling you, if you do this with the right discipline where you're reaching that hip down and that leg up, these are incredibly challenging. Okay, so that's for the outside. Let's work the inner thigh. And for this one, I'll show you a variation. We can add some weight here. And all I'm going to do is take this small plate. You can take anything and balance it on the inside foot. Now, I'm going to straighten this leg out. The top leg comes over, so I'm laying on my left side. I'm working the left inner thigh. I'm going to pull my right foot in, and I'm going to thread the needle and grab on. I'm going to pull my toes back towards the face, push my heel away, and we're just going to lift here. So I'm shortening that inner thigh to get my leg to come up. All right, ready? And here we go, 5 reps. Up and hold, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, good. And up, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Up, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Up, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Last one, up and squeeze hard. 5, chase height, 4, 3, 2, 1. Woo, that gets spicy real quick. Let's go to the other side, same thing. Place that dumbbell on the inside of the ankle. I'm gonna pull the other leg, if you can, this way and thread the needle. Now pull the toes back towards your face, push the heel away, flex the quad, lock the knee, and lift. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, good. And again, up, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Up, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 2 more, last 2 chances. Up, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Last one, up and squeeze, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Beautiful. One more of each. We're going back to the straight leg abductor raise. Find that quadruped position. I'm gonna push this leg out to the side and try and flatten out my pelvis and my lower back. And again, I'm not just lifting like this and rotating from my spine. I'm trying to keep my spine out of it. So I'm pretending that I have a glass of water on my back and I'm trying not to spill the water. So push the ground away, create tension, reach the left hip down as the left foot comes up, squeeze, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And again, lift, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lift, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Last one, lift and hold, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bonus points for cramps today. Ready? Other side. Good, flatten out the pelvis, reach that leg out. Hip goes down as leg comes up. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Up, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Up, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Last 2 chances. Up, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Last one, lift, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Beautiful. Okay, back to the adductors. Last chance here. If you've got your weight, you can place that on the inside of the ankle. I'm gonna pull, because I'm working the left leg, I'm on my left side, I'm gonna pull the right foot in, thread the needle, hang on to the ankle, flex the quad, pull the toes back and lift. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Up, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Up, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And up, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Last one up, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Beautiful. Other side. Good. Pull that foot in. And here we go. Lift. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. And up. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lift. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Last 2. Up. 4, 3, 2, 1. Last one. Up and squeeze. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ooh, spicy. Okay, we got one last movement. We are going to work some eccentric loading. So eccentric is the lengthening phase of a muscle contraction. And I set it up like this. especially if this is the first time you're doing a movement like this, I want you to be very careful. It can be quite intense, but it can send an amazing signal to the tissue that we need you to become stronger through the lengths that we are asking for. And this is the setup. I like to have my hands up on blocks. It gives me a little bit more leverage, some more options. And I have my foot on a slider, but you can do socks or a tea towel on a slippery floor. I'm just gonna get this out of the way. And what I want to do is I want to place pressure on the heels, and I can play with the amount that I shift the weight into the hands versus the foot. I want to place that pressure on the heel and slide safely to my end range, and then I'm going to press the heel down and pull to shorten the muscle as well. So we're going to do 5 reps per side, only 1 set, with a 5-second lengthening, a 1-second pause, and a 5-second return to our top position. Ready? And before we go, by the way, word of caution, if this is your first time doing this, don't go into your extreme end ranges. This is something to slowly work on and build up over time. So approach with caution. The dose can be the poison. Ready? Slowly slide out under control. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Find the stretch, press down and pull. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and slide out. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Find the stretch, hold, press, and pull. 5, 4, 3, 2. That's 2. And reach. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold, press, and pull. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Press and hold and pull. 5, 4, 3, 2. Last one. Here we go. Reach. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold, press, and pull from the stretch. Pull. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Beautiful. Let's do that same thing on the other side. That one gets spicy quick. Remember, a little more weight in the hands if this is your first time doing this movement. And here we go. Slide, control. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Find the stretch tissue and press and pull. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So I'm pressing and pulling. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Find the stretch, press and pull. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Last 3, and we're done. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. There you go. Press down and pull. 5. Lighten the hands. 4, 3, 2, 1. Last one. Reach. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Reach. Find that stretch. Press and pull. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Beautiful. Whew. Those are spicy. Listen, folks, you don't need to do a ton of volume, I've found over time. I'm all about the minimal effective dose. And if you do the movements with the right intention and the right intensity, you've done your job, you've sent your signal. Treat this like you would any other strength training. Give it a couple days to recover before hitting it again if it's something you need. Hope you enjoyed. We'll see you on the next one.